Hello and welcome to Loose But Hold Reviews. Today we are going to start the Cowboy Bebop animated series. Today is episodes 1 and 2.
Yes, Queen.
Alright, so we do give number ratings, but I don't make a rating card or anything like that.
Oh yeah. So we'll
My
start with the first episode.
I was gonna say my rating for the first episode would be 3.5 if I'm gonna be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Just I get that relatively this is a relatively aged series. It just
Mm-hmm.
the twist that that she's holding the vials and that she's not really pregnant or anything. That just it's a bit too cliche for me now. That's been done multiple times and it just I called it
Mm-hmm.
and and of course this is more on me not liking the instrument itself. This has nothing to do with the music. The music is great. I'm just not a fan of the harmonica. So anytime the harmonica comes blasting, it's extremely distracting for me.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, great solid animation. Great introduction to the series. I feel it introduced the two main characters pretty well.
Yeah.
What would yours? What? How would you rate? What would you rate the first episode?
Even though not my favorite episode, I think it's a perfect episode and just of being just introduction. I think this is what a pilot needs to do. It doesn't over explain backstory shit like that. Like Spike's backstory is sprinkled throughout this episode, just with him seeing similarities in the situation that his targets are after, are on, sort of, especially with the lady. The lady
Yeah,
specifically reminded him of someone.
gotcha.
uh, Music, I think, was 5 out of 5. I mean, that's 100%. I I don't have any problem with harmonica. Spooky Doki's probably one of my main jams from this soundtrack. This whole
No, yeah,
soundtrack.
I get you. Like I said, it's more my hang up on the instrument than anything else. It's just extremely distracting to me.
Mm. And I think then we get another harmonic. There's another song with a little bit of harmonica into it too, but they don't go into the full thing, which is "Don't Bother None." I just want to note the songs that are happening as we're
Yeah, I got you.
because that's definitely one of the my one of my main one of the main things I love from the series is the soundtrack, just with the visuals. I just think they just meld super well together. It's almost like a music video sometimes.
Gotcha. Yeah, I can get you. I can understand where you're coming from there on that.
Yeah,
Definitely.
and just that like the jazz comes up when you need that noir
Oh,
like feel,
yeah.
and
That
then that twang comes when it's like a cowboy bounty hunter battle.
like I said, the twang distracts me, but that jazz when it kicks in, the jazz gets me. I really like the jazz that they picked for the series.
Mhm. Great,
Yeah,
but uh, I didn't hate the twist. I mean, it's not like it's a super smart twist, but I didn't think it was really distracting. I like just I think it's a cool uh, scene of the little vials spilling out. After she
yeah,
gets shot. I thought it
yeah.
was nice and dramatic. It was
I
good for the Nord like setting or like kind of vibe that was going here too.
yeah. I know it would have been probably a bit too brutal. I feel it would have been more impactful if she was actually pregnant, and
Mhm.
I don't know. But I guess it also is supposed to like warn the viewers like not everything is what you think it is, and you shouldn't take things for face value,
Yeah,
especially in this
yeah.
series.
And they were definitely hinting towards it that she wasn't.
Yeah, yeah, they definitely hinted towards it, but you know, they could have went that extra mile, but
Mm.
it was still, like I said, it's a really good episode. It's just it's not perfect for me,
Yeah.
and it did get me interested in the series, but it didn't hook me to the point where I was like, oh yes, we have to watch more of this. It's
Hmm.
like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna enjoy piecemealing this
Hmm.
over time. Like, we might be reviewing this all of January,
Hmm.
but we might have to take a break after a few more episodes.
We'll see. We'll see how you feel.
Yeah, right now
You might not
I'm
want to.
yeah, like I said, it's just how I'm feeling right now. It's I want to piecemeal it. I don't want to rush things too tough
Hmm.
because I feel if I binge watch this series that it won't impact me as much. I definitely need to let the episodes simmer before.
Yeah. I mean, we got other things too.
Yeah, but yeah, that was episode 1.
Hmm.
We can move on to episode 2. This
Yes, our introduction to Ein.
Yes, not only now I need to state I have not watched this series, but I have seen a couple of episodes. You know, the Adult Swim would play. You know, so I'd watch it, and almost any episode that's Ein centric, I believe I've seen because I just this I'm not gonna lie. Be this is gonna be, since it introduced Ein. This is a perfect 5 out of 5 for me. This episode,
Hmm.
this it just I can't get over it. They did too well on the corgi.
Yeah.
They did way too well.
Yeah. I mean, he looks like an actual dog. Almost. He's
Yeah,
believable, just like with the how he expresses himself in the animations.
yeah, for sure. Just his running it alone, it's like, yes, I feel that's how an actual corgi runs. So it's just a little flopping around. It's like, oh, I want a corgi now. And that's like, if a show can do that to me, like make me want a Pacific breed, like, yeah, that's definitely a perfect show. It's just can't deny it. Not only that, but it's the character, his original look. They show it for a brief second, but he
Oh yeah.
changed. I liked his look. I liked the bounties look this go around. It was really reminded me of Dynamite a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of Dynamite mixed with Afro Samurai.
I mean, look, it seems like plastic surgery is pretty sweet there
Yeah, and it
in this
seems
one.
kind of, to be honest, it seems like it's a lot easier to come by because he wouldn't Spike wasn't completely surprised if that one dude was mistaken to him, though, because his height was completely off.
In New Tijuana.
uh, and oh yes, I need to get into the setting. The setting of the show is it's got me conflicted. It's got me very conflicted.
You don't like the kind of like the industrial space cowboy thing going on? That's
Yeah, I'm conflicted on it because I get that they're probably still relatively new to space, but I just feel that it's a bit empty, if that makes sense. And it should feel empty since there's a lot more space for people to be around and stuff. I don't know. It just
I wouldn't say it felt empty. I mean, like that the new Tijuana place, like there's so many people and like it's like a live city. I definitely
yeah
disagree with
yeah
the settings being empty. Especially, I mean,
they didn't
it's kind of early to
they
say.
what I mean by that, it like it looks crowded, but the atmosphere that they use, the background atmosphere is kind of non-existent, if that makes sense. Like some, yeah, like most animes will like have, like, even if there's a conversation going, they'll still have like background chatter going and stuff,
Hmm.
to s- simulate that you're in a city, and I just feel they didn't do that a lot here. I feel like once the main characters started talking, like the rest of the world would like shut off for to like make sure the dialogue's heard, which that's not too distracting and all. I just feel that the audio wasn't portraying what they were trying to. It just feels empty to me, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay, I definitely don't. I didn't notice that, so I can't really say anything to really defend or agree because that's definitely not something I noticed at all.
And that could just be me like drowning out, like, because I tend to do that. Like I can drown out certain
I mean, I'm
sounds and
probably gonna
stuff.
have a nostalgia bias on this too because I mean, just to put this series in context, I don't know. This it's one of the few series that like makes me feel high.
Yeah, it gives
Do,
you that
do you
nostalgia
understand what I
high.
mean?
Yeah, oh yeah, I
Like
completely
actually
understand.
like dreamy, and because there's only like there's very few things that do that. There's like a couple episodes of like, and only a couple episodes of like Batman animated series, or I'm trying to think of something else that would,
Uh,
but
it's
nothing this consistent. Cowboy Bebop probably most consistently gives me that
I'm
feeling.
not gonna lie, it's probably the same consistent
Dragon Ball
feeling.
probably too.
It's the same. I'm gonna probably chalk it, put it as the same feelings that I get when I watch Power Rangers. It's just something that I could never like. I know Cowboy Bebop's not bad, but even if it
Oh,
was bad, it just something that I just can't get over. Like
it
I don't know.
gives me the same feeling that heavy metal gives me, and
All right,
I don't
all
know. I just
right.
can't. I can't
I
judge
don't
it.
have the same
I almost can't
attachment.
judge it fairly, just because of just like the music in this show, and there's the that it was just such kind of like a kind of just a trip, for me.
Gotcha. Yeah, I completely understand that. It's the same way with Power Rangers. Like anytime that I watch Power Rangers, it's just euphoric, even if it's like an episode that I've seen a million times.
Mm.
Which I completely understand, but this is a basically completely new series for me.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm going in for this is basically just you gauging my reaction on it. I'm definitely,
Hmm.
which
I'm putting that in perspective that it's gonna be hard for me probably to like see anything wrong. Though I mean, I would say with the
I will
if I
have.
had
And
to like
now
break this episode down, the second episode down, just like in story wise, it was kind of a mess story wise. It was pretty a mess story wise, but the comedic tone kind of like gave was
I just
perfect, and
I yeah
everything in it also was perfect. That it was
they
totally
know
forgivable.
that's what I was gonna. They know how to write the episodes to be unique, but enough to where they're still similar in a way to where
Hmm.
it's not too distracting. Like I just thought that they were making just taking the time to crack a few jokes. I didn't expect like the episode to be so comedic, but I actually liked it because the last episode ended on such a harsh note.
Hmm. The theme wise, it was kind of perfect that it was kind of just like a non sequitur out of nowhere type of thing. Because I mean, the whole joke of it is that there's they have this like this the corgi that they think's only like worth like a couple bucks, and it's actually worth like a shit ton. They
Yeah,
don't know, and they're always down on money too.
that's gonna be hilarious. But I'm glad that they never get rid of Vine.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. If they ever got rid of Ein, that I probably wouldn't like this series at all. But because I know Ein's never going away, I'm along for the ride.
Mhm.
But if they was gonna fucking introduce an introduce and have you get attached to an animal and then just like brush the animal off, then I'd be extremely upset.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that to somebody. All right, so to be honest, we're probably gonna have to cut this one a little bit short because there's not really much else I want to say. To be honest, I feel people should go check out this series, so I really don't want to get into much else.
And oh wait, and I also like the music in this one too.
Oh
Thought it
yeah,
was
well,
great. The chase scene.
I feel the music is consistent. It's staying thematically, at least.
Hmm.
It's not. They didn't change to like a pop music for some reason. They
Hmm.
stuck with the jazz and the country twang, which I'm going to appreciate if they don't switch up the soundtrack too tough.
Yeah.
Because even though it's my personal hangup, the country twang does fit some of the scenes thematically. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna
I mean, you're not gonna get Spooky Dokie again. That was just for that episode.
Gotcha.
That's why I like. There's not too much repetition. There, I mean, there is there's a couple songs for each episode,
Gotcha. Nice. That's gonna
so
be
you're not
very
really
nice.
repetition at all.
Nice. That's gonna be very
You're
nice.
you're probably gonna fucking love Live in Baghdad. That's
Nice.
one of my favorite, other favorite. That's one of their more rockin' tracks because that's
Okay,
what they got. They
cool.
got some fucking rock. They got some fucking rock
Nice.
too.
Okay. All right. So we're actually gonna cut this episode of Loose Buttholes review short. Um, if you've been listening this long, thank you very much. Please like or comment dislike on the video and share it around. Subscribe to the channel and ring the notification bell. I believe this will be a bye bye.
Bye.